Hey there, fifth hour. Here is our next concept, which is intercepts. This is basically going to do everything you did the last couple of days, kind of irrelevant in terms of graphing equations. So here we go. So intercepts, we're going to start off by talking about what they are. Then we're going to talk about how to find them. And then we're going to do a couple examples on how to find them, given an equation, and then also how to graph using them. So here we have a graph. So we have our x-axis and our y-axis. So here's the x-axis. Here's our y-axis. The intercepts are if we just have a line drawn in where that line will cross the x and y-axis. So for instance, right here would be my x-intercept. Right here would be my y-intercept. So x-intercept, y-intercept. Now, anywhere along this x-axis, doesn't matter where you are on there, our y value is always 0 because we have not gone off of that axis at all. Similarly, on the y-axis, anywhere on there, our x value is 0 because we haven't gone left or right off of that axis. So we're going to use that information to help us find those x, y intercepts when we're given an equation. Here is a real-world example of where we would use the standard form of an equation. So we are at the store. Let's say your parents sent you to buy some apples and oranges. Apples cost $2 and oranges cost $3. You have a total of $12 to spend. So our equation that we have would be 2a for apples plus 3 for oranges, and we have a total of $12. Now, we would use this to figure out maybe what's like the maximum number of apples that we can find or that we can buy. So I would buy 0 oranges. So I would then have 2a plus 3 times 0 equals 12. Well, that 3 times 0 just cancels out to 0. It reduces down to 0. So I am left with 2a equals 12. Now, if I remember back to like before December when we were talking about equations, we would then divide this by 2, divide by 2. You may also be thinking to yourself, well, I already know that happens to be 6, so I don't even have to divide, and I just know a is 6. That means the maximum number of apples we can buy is 6. Well, similarly, we can figure out the maximum number of oranges we can buy with 0 apples. So 2 times 0 plus 3o equals 12. Well, that 2 times 0 reduces to 0. I'm left with 3o equals 12. Same way, I've got dividing by 3, divide by 3. I have o equals 4. So my maximum number of oranges is 4. Now, if I were to graph this, here's my apples, here's my oranges. My maximum apples is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put my dot. Oranges was 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put my dot. And then I draw a line. Anywhere on that line is the combination of apples and oranges that I can purchase and still only get charged $12. All right, so here are what your questions are going to look like on Delta Math. You are going to be given an equation, so in this case, 8x plus 5y equals 25. We are going to just solve for the x and y intercepts. We are not actually going to graph just yet. So remember back when I said for the x-intercept, our y value is always 0? I'm going to use that fact and plug 0 in for y. So I've got 8x plus 5 times 0 equals 25. So just like I did with the apples and oranges, that 5 times 0, that reduces down to 0. I'm left with 8x equals 25. To solve that, I would divide it by 8. So 25/8. It says keep it as an improper fraction in simplest form. I can't simplify 25/8, so I'm just going to leave it as 25/8. Now for the y-intercept, we're going to go back to that where the x value is 0 this time. So y-intercept, I've now got 8 times 0 plus 5y equals 25. That 8 times 0 reduces to 0. I'm left with 5y equals 25. Divide by 5. I know my y-intercept is 5. So on delta math, you're going to have two boxes at the very bottom. It's going to say x-intercept. There's going to be a box for you to type your number in. You would type in this case, 25/8. Then there's a second one that says y-intercept. Box, you type in 5. Normally, these would be written as an ordered pair, like this. So for the x-intercept, we've got 25/8, comma 0, because that was the y value we used. For the x-intercept, it would be 0, comma 5. So those are the two ways to write them. We've got our ordered pair, and then how we want them on delta math with just the number itself. So here's another example. This time we've got 4x plus 6y equals 16. So let's start with our x-intercept. We got 4x plus 6 times 0 equals 16. 6 times 0, of course, goes down to 0, so I'm just left with 4x equals 16. Divide by 4, divide by 4. We get x equals 4. So my x-intercept is 4. Heading on over to the y-intercept. We have 4 times 0 plus 6y equals 16. 4 times 0 goes to 0. I'm left with 6y equals 16. Divide by 6, divide by 6. This time we can reduce it because those are both even numbers. And I believe it would be 8/3 if we reduce that down. So into our box, we would type in 8/3. Let's do one more example just like this. We've got our 9x plus 3y equals 18. So the x-intercept, we've got 9x plus 3 times 0 equals 18. 3 times 0 becomes 0. I've got 9x equals 18. Divide by 9, divide by 9. X equals 2. Our y-intercept, we've got 9 times 0 plus 3y equals 18. 9 times 0 is 0, so 3y equals 18. Divide by 3, divide by 3, y equals 6. So in our boxes, x-intercept, we got 2. Y-intercept is 6. Now, none of the examples we had negative intercepts. That is perfectly acceptable. If there was a minus sign in front of that y, it would be negative 3y equals 18. This one doesn't, but if it did, it would be negative 6. So just be careful with those minus signs turning into negatives. All right, this is your second type of questions you'll see on Delta Math. You're going to be given a generic graph with a line that goes through the x and y axes. You'll see a red and blue dot that is for each your x and your y, respectively. For this one, we're given the equation negative 6x plus 4y equals 24. So I'm just going to find the x and y intercepts. So for x, the x-intercept, I'm going to do negative 6x equals 24, which would give me negative 4. So I click on the red dot and I just drag it over to the negative 4, like that. Then for the y-intercept, I do 4y equals 24. Solve for y, that would give me 6. So I click on the blue dot, put it up at the 6. Then I hit submit, and there we go. As always, if you have any questions, you can hop across the hallway, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can.